All right, guys. This is gonna be a long shot, but I figured since the block is most likely ruined anyways, I could either A, JB weld the crack shut and just keep my fingers crossed, or B, pull the motor and have it welded up professionally. Oh, I guess there's a C. Or just pull the motor out and junk it and replace it with another motor. I would love to put a stroker motor in this thing. It'd be pretty cool. But since this thing runs so good, I figured, why not? I'll just JB weld it for now, possibly weld it later, but I'm hoping that the JB weld will get me around long enough that I can find another engine, either build it, buy it, whatever, and you know, replace it later. So I'm going to try to enjoy the car as it is for now. So I got my grinder over here somewhere, and I'm going to clean up all the rusty mess around the crack, and then I'm going to apply some JB weld, reinstall the flywheel, reinstall the transmission, and all smiles, guys. I'm gonna have that it'll be fine positive attitude. So let's get to grinding. Okay, guys, I've got the JB welded block. I have the free spacer. I don't know what you'd call that, but I mean, it's a spacer between the motor and transmission, so I'm going to call it a spacer. And all I have to do is put the flywheel on, and then I can go back with the transmission. So this is a 90-degree fitting that goes to the transmission line, and it goes right here. I spent 3 to 4 hours searching for that fitting right there, and I had to go find another C4 transmission and rob the fitting out of that transmission. I looked everywhere for a fitting and could not find one till now. I mean, it took a few hours. I could have had this thing fired up. Like, I would have probably been firing it up right now, but unfortunately I'm not. So I'm gonna go ahead and cram this thing under the car and try to get it at least up in the car and get the cross member in it before I call it a night. So let's do it. All right, guys, it's been at least a week since that JB weld has been applied to the block, so it ought to be plenty dry. So I've got my transmission right down there. I've got a new front pump seal in it. Now I've got to slide it underneath the car, wrangle that thing back onto the jack, the hydraulic jack, and get her back in the hole. I've got the flywheel installed, and I've got that spacer plate installed. I had to hammer out the spacer plate because it was pretty mangled up, but it was free. So, time lapse, guys. Alright guys, I got the transmission in the car, went to go put the starter up there, and then I realized I screwed up. The spacer plate that I put between the motor and transmission was a newer model spacer plate, I'm assuming, like it was aluminum. And my guess is it goes to an engine with a 164 tooth flywheel, because it seems that the bolt pattern is further out, which means that the starter moved out in it, whatever. So I've got to pull the transmission back out, pull the flywheel off, and replace the little spacer plate. It'll be fine, right? I'm not gonna bore y'all with the video of me pulling it back out again, but a buddy of mine, Jonathan, thank you Jonathan, has hooked me up with what looks like to be the correct spacer plate. Right here. Pretty rusty. I'm gonna have to clean it up a lot and answer this. Anyhow, let's get to pulling this thing out. Hello? Did I mention to y'all the second plate that I got is wrong? The aluminum plate, and here's the one I thought I was going to be putting in, and they match up perfectly, which is wrong. They will fit great for a bell housing for a 164 tooth flywheel. Did we find? I will get this. Alright, so I've got the correct spacer plate now, except it's borrowed. I went online looking, and I can get these spacer plates for between 25 and 60 bucks. But here it is. I needed it now, and I'm just borrowing it. I'm hoping they'll at least let me give them the new one that I order online, because I sure don't want to pull this although I am going to be pulling the motor and transmission out again eventually, so hopefully they'll be patient. So thank you for letting me borrow this spacer plate. Here's the difference. You see where the starter location is? There's the one that I had in the car, and the one that I need. The starter location is a little bit closer to the flywheel. So this will get me going, I hope. So let's get to installing. Here we go.
Alright guys, I've got everything installed on the car. Now I'm going to hook up this battery on the car and I'm going to see how the starter sounds. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to drive this car right now because it's Christmas Eve. This video will be out tomorrow. I've got 2 dinners I got to be at, and I mean, tomorrow's dinner. I mean, tomorrow's Christmas. And it's going to be rainy, so I'm not going to drive this car in the rain. So let's hook up this battery and see what it sounds like. Here's the positive. Oh, I hope this thing cranks up good. Alright, here's the negative. Okay. Please crank up good. Please don't grind. Please fire up. Please no problems. Alright, throw it in park. She's in park. Ignition. Alright, we got there, something there. Here we go. It sounds fantastic. Except for the battery being a little low. Oh, that didn't sound good. All of a sudden I heard a spark and nothing. Ooh, that is hot. That is hot. She smells like she's got plenty of fuel. Let's try that. Alright, fine. Turn on the lights. I like using the light trick to see. Alright, I have no lights. Let me see, is it the positive? Ow! Son of a... No lights. Oh, there we go. So I've got a bad connection. I'm gonna have to do something about that, but hopefully it'll crank up. Ah, dang it. I've got a lunch to be at in 10 minutes. 10 freaking minutes. That doesn't sound good. I've got something rubbing, probably that plate. Just another problem I got to deal with. Dang it. Alright guys, it's Christmas morning. It is 9:13 in the morning, December 25th, and I've got to have this video out by lunch. So I'm going to finish editing this video. Just to let y'all know the noise that we're hearing on this car, it appears that the starter drive is just coming in contact with the flywheel. So, not in this video, but I'm gonna take that starter off. I'm gonna swap it for another one, and hopefully that'll fix my those awful noises. I'll be riding in the next video. Then I can get on another project, which will probably be car revival, or working on the Biscayne, you know, getting the head on there, cam, intake, exhaust, all that stuff, and taking it back to the drag strip, which the drag strip is closed. Anyhow, I hope y'all are having an awesome Christmas. I'm having a pretty relaxing day, so that's a good thing for me. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about me. I really want to hit 100,000, you know, subscribers, which I guess I'm gonna have to step up my video content. Well, to step up my editing skills and all that stuff. But anyhow, have a good Christmas, y'all. I'll catch y'all later.